Before summer even begins, a shadow is already moving through this town. And once it chooses a child, nothing can stop what's coming. Today we're diving into Monster Summer, a supernatural thriller that blends mystery, horror, and a coming-of-age adventure. The film follows Noah, a young boy who dreams of becoming a journalist like his late father. Chasing the truth is in his blood, even when the truth cuts deeper than he expects. But when children in his town begin to vanish under strange circumstances, Noah teams up with a troubled war veteran named Gene. What starts as a small investigation soon unravels into a terrifying discovery: a witch hiding in plain sight, feeding on children's souls. The story begins at a secluded cabin in the woods. A blue car sits outside. Suddenly, Ronnie, a terrified teenager, crashes through a window and sprints into the trees. This isn't panic. This is someone fleeing something ancient and hungry. Behind him, a witch emerges. In the chaos, Ronnie drops a pistol from his bag. He keeps running, clutching the remaining items, a novel and silver bullets. Moments later, the police find Ronnie standing in the middle of the road, alive but wrong. He looks hollow, as if someone scooped out everything human inside him. Some creatures don't kill you. They just empty you and let you walk. After the intro, we shift to the summer of 1997 in Martha's Vineyard. Small towns look peaceful from the outside, but they survive by hiding the things they don't want tourists to see. The same blue car enters town. Meanwhile, Noah types on his old typewriter, hoping to write something worthy of the local newspaper. His mother, Abby, hosts a summer guest, Mrs. Howers, who seems polite, but something about her is off in a way Noah can't name yet. When Noah submits his article, the editor rejects it immediately. It's filled with conspiracy theories. Tourism keeps the town alive, and tourists prefer comforting lies over uncomfortable truths. Truth rarely fits the stories people want to hear. Later, Noah hangs out with his best friends Ben, Eugene, and Sammy. After a baseball game, they pass by a house rumored to belong to a man who murdered his whole family. Most kids laugh it off, but Noah feels there is a story buried there. Against everyone's advice, he sneaks onto the property. The old man catches them, and the boys run. In the chaos, Noah forgets his bag, a mistake that will shape everything that follows. That night, Ben stops by Noah's house. The two share one of those conversations only best friends understand. Ben then heads to the jumping bridge with his girlfriend Ellie. Before leaving, he gifts Noah a baseball cap and a ticket to a game. They never imagine this will be their goodbye. Later that night, while swimming, the witch appears. She drags Ben underwater. Ellie escapes. Ben doesn't. Losing a friend hurts. Losing them without a goodbye leaves a wound that never closes. The next day, Noah learns Ben came home, but now sits unresponsive, numb, hollow, just like Ronnie. Shaken, Noah returns to the bridge and finds a piece of black cloth. Mrs. Howers is also nearby, watching him with a strangely innocent smile. Suspicion blooms in Noah's mind. And once suspicion grows, it rarely stops. Soon after, Noah's lost bag mysteriously reappears at his door. The man who brings it back finally introduces himself, Gene, a retired detective. Noah shares what happened to Ben, begging him to help. Gene dismisses the idea of witches. People with old wounds don't believe in monsters. They're too busy surviving their own. That night, Noah brings food to Mrs. Howers and hears her chanting in Latin. Fear twists even simple actions into something sinister. The next day, the kids follow Mrs. Howers backstage at an auditorium, convinced she's the witch. They splash her with holy water. Nothing happens, because she's not a witch at all, just a children's author researching her next book. Their fear blinded them, and Noah feels the shame of chasing shadows instead of truth. Noah introduces Gene to Sammy and Eugene. Gene still refuses the supernatural theory, but he suspects someone, human or not, is targeting kids. He then reveals the tragedy that shaped him. Decades ago, his 5-year-old son was kidnapped. Never found. The case became a wound that learned to breathe in silence. The story shifts to Frank, a lone camper in the woods. A beautiful woman lures him deeper into the forest, but the disguise fades and the witch takes him. Mines surround the forest, and as she drains him, one explodes. Her attacks are getting louder and closer. News reports show Frank has become numb and lifeless. Noah and Gene revisit the blast site and find another black cloth and a broken broom. Doubt turns to dread. Jean finally accepts something unnatural is happening. The group makes a plan. Jean explains old witch lore. Black clothing, brooms, feeding on children to stay young. But this creature doesn't eat bodies. She eats souls. And this is what makes her terrifying. She hides in plain sight, counting on the fact that no one believes in monsters anymore. The kids investigate Mrs. Howers again, but the accusation collapses instantly. Abby scolds Noah harshly. The shame wounds him deeper than fear ever could. Later, Jean shows Noah his research board full of missing children. Before confronting the witch, they need to warn the town. They go to the newspaper, but the editor and inspector laugh off their warnings. Noah storms out, heart shattered. Telling the truth is easy. Getting people to believe you is the real fight. Outside, Sammy and Eugene refuse to help him. Parents have warned them Noah is obsessed and delusional. Noah walks to the beach, rips up his notebooks, and throws everything into the water. Every hero reaches this moment when the whole world convinces you that you're completely alone. The following day, Noah watches Ben on the baseball field. Once a skilled player, he now stands frozen, unable to swing, like a body waiting for a soul that never comes back. That evening, Eugene rides home on his bike. The witch stalks him in the familiar blue car, forcing him into the woods. Later, Noah finds Eugene's bicycle abandoned and panics. Following the footprints, he discovers Eugene alive but shaken. Their relief is short-lived. A hooded figure appears, the witch, warning Noah that he has interfered too much. The boys run, but Eugene suddenly shoves Noah to the ground, blaming him for everything before fleeing in terror. As Noah gets up, he notices red algae stuck to his shoes, the same kind found only in a restricted part of the forest. Dirt can lie. Evidence does not. Before Noah can make sense of it, the witch emerges again, chasing him relentlessly. This is the moment fear stops being a story and becomes real. Noah rushes to Gene's house and tells him everything. Gene apologizes for doubting him and shows new research he found about Ronnie, the boy from the beginning. Ronnie had uncovered the witch's identity but failed to stop her, becoming her hollow victim. As Gene studies Ronnie's notes, the pattern becomes undeniable. Sometimes the only way to stop running from your ghosts is to face them with someone who still believes in you. Meanwhile, Noah's mother gives him a few belongings from his father. She reminds him he has the same courage and determination. Moments like these forge purpose, the kind that roots itself deep enough to guide every step that follows. That night, the witch attacks Gene in his home. His television flickers on, playing a haunting video of his missing son asking why Gene didn't save him. The guilt crushes him. Then she targets Noah, cutting the lights in his room and using the typewriter to write a chilling poem about devouring souls. Noah is next. Monsters don't always go for your body first. Sometimes they go for the part of you that's already broken. The next day, Gene visits Ronnie's house. Ronnie sits lifeless, unable to respond, trapped between life and death. His room contains research notes, silver bullets, and evidence he collected. Gene notices something startling. Every victim played on a local baseball team, and every team had the same umpire. The horrifying truth clicks into place. The witch has been hiding as the umpire. At the baseball field, Noah steps up to bat and notices red algae stuck to the umpire's shoes, the same algae from the forest. Burn marks scar his hand, likely from the mine explosion. The monster isn't in the shadows anymore. It's standing right in front of everyone. After the game, Noah convinces Sammy and Eugene to help. They break into the umpire's house, discovering piles of children's belongings, ID cards, backpacks, notebooks. Sammy films everything, hands trembling. But curiosity becomes danger the moment the silence changes. The umpire steps from the shadows, his form cracking as the witch reveals herself. She attacks, knocking the boys unconscious. When they wake up, they're tied, helpless. The witch mocks them, saying she's tired of eating souls the same old way. And that's when real terror hits. They aren't just her next victims. They're her experiment. The witch drags Noah away first. The house begins to burn as Eugene and Sammy break free using a lighter. Flames force the witch back, but she's far stronger and quickly overpowers them. Just as she's about to kill the boys, Gene bursts in, eyes blazing with determination. He fires a silver bullet, the same kind Ronnie used, straight into her chest. a glowing thread spills out: the stolen souls of children. Sometimes the fight isn't about winning. It's about freeing the ones who can no longer fight for themselves. Determined to end it, Jean and Noah continue the battle. The witch grabs Noah and begins draining his soul. Jean fires multiple silver rounds, each one bursting another stolen soul free. The witch collapses, burning away into nothing. Across town, children awaken. Ben among them, finally free from the witch's grip. But with the house burning, every piece of evidence dies in the flames. What really happened can never be proven. Back at the newspaper, Noah decides not to write about the witch. Instead, he writes a heartfelt piece about Jean, his service, his grief, his strength. The editor reads it and puts it on the front page. In the final scenes, Noah and Jean share a quiet victory. Ben plays baseball again, and Jean, after years of carrying a wound too heavy to name, finds the courage to reconnect with his wife. The film ends with Jean driving away. Not to escape the past, but finally ready to face it. Because sometimes the greatest victories are the ones no one sees, the ones that heal the wounds you never thought would close.